Taught you from when I first started, but it didn't work out. So pretty much I spawned somewhere in this area and I went in this direction. I spawned somewhere and in this area, I found a village and I got some wood from around that area. And it's, I don't know if you can probably hear it, it's screaming in the background. So I'm just going to I don't click that off, and I came back. I got about 40 blocks of wood. I made a crafting table. Later on I made this chest. This is what I have so far, and I went down there hoping for some coal. I haven't found it yet, so I'll probably get coal from a cave, and I plan to show you more in the morning. But as of now, I just started and it's night, so I don't want to spend like the first week outside, going outside too much. That's like, not everyone does that, but I just think it's a good measure for safety. Make sure I'm alive and I've got probably a bed if I can find one. I don't think I've seen any sheep. I've seen cows and pigs, so I have a good amount of food. But I'll need to find some sheep. I'm pretty content with the area though, because there's a village, and I've never, that I can recall, I've never played with a village so close. So that's nice. I'll probably build my house either close by or right in the village. Maybe it'll be more like a palace, not really a palace but a larger house. That's what I'm thinking. But for now I'm planning to live probably as long as a week in the cave, and then save the cave for later on. Right now I'm just looking for some coal until I know it's safe to go out. I do have a sword and I do have a pickaxe. I'll probably be able to find some coal in this coming day, or in the day now I suppose. I will need to eat more. I did have an apple earlier as well. So it looks like that spider's happy to give me trouble. Maybe not happy, but might give me some trouble. So let's survive this spider. Survive the spider attack. See, we have some pigs over there. We even have some pumpkins. We have some snow top on hill. It's not a snow biome as far as I know. Ever since the update, things have been a bit different, because now it's kind of got a temperature range to it. So you won't see, for example, a tropical forest, a rainforest, beside a winter biome anymore, because the temperature is so different. Now it's kind of it's separated more, so they'll be on opposite sides, and that has to do with the idea of temperature. And I guess it makes it more realistic, and it would be helpful if you get lost. But I would suggest, especially to new players, but probably to all players, be very careful not to go more than 2 biomes away from the biome you spawn in, whether that's the one you originally spawned in or the one you have a bed in, because you can easily get lost, and you might be one of those people who are kind of like, well, who are prideful and think, I'm never gonna get lost. Or even players who've been playing, a few months can get lost pretty easily. You may think you know where you're going, but you might find yourself lost. So until you've got yourself a compass, I would suggest you don't go more than 2 biomes away. So I going to slaughter some cows here quickly. It's really the meat I want. The leather I don't usually make things with. I usually make iron before I make I usually make iron armor before I make leather armor. Yeah, before it was going out pretty quickly, but I changed the settings on it. In terms of, I went to the broadcasting test and changed the bandwidth, and now it's lasting a lot longer than it was. It only lasted like 6 or 8 seconds before, so the bandwidth clearly makes a difference. I'm not even completely sure what the bandwidth is. I have idea, but not completely sure. So here's the village I was talking about. It's a bit smaller for a village, I guess. I'll probably make a wall, not today but tomorrow, out of whatever I have, so they don't get annihilated by zombies and, well, really zombies. And maybe if they get hit by a few arrows of a skeleton, disappear as well. But there's a lot of meat around here, but I have not seen the sheep, so it's a dilemma. Now I'll probably be playing 1 to 3 days every day, like Minecraft days, 1 to 3 Minecraft days in one real life day. I'll try and play at least one, but it probably won't be more than 3, because that's too time consuming. And it's not a top priority, quite honestly, this streaming. But you can probably expect 1 a day until like a month's gone by. I do want to leave some animals alive. So you've already got a lot of meat. I could survive a long time, like maybe as much as 2 weeks at the very most with just this. And there's like triple this amount of meat out there just in the biome, really. So it's a bit tricky with these cows and other animals sometimes. I think with the pigs too. They'll seem to drop the meat like a second or two afterwards, and so you'll pass them by even though you slaughtered the animal. So it can go to waste. There's some lava here. Just gonna try, because there's so much meat, if I throw this in here. I remember sometime it cooked when I threw it in a flame or something like that. It fell in the flame by mistake, and it came back cooked. Now maybe I just imagined that, or that was some dream, but I seem to remember something like that. It's kind of a strange flame. It's 1D in the Minecraft world. Spiders still around. So I'll probably be going back to the cave pretty soon. Or the cave area, so I can get some coal. I don't think I've seen any coal yet, but I'm hoping it's out there. I've been lost myself. I was lost. When getting lost in Minecraft is one of the worst things that can happen, unless you're playing hardcore and you die, then you're out of the game completely. But especially if you go around adventuring and you get a lot of supplies that you'd really like to bring back home, but you can't find your home and you'll eventually die of whatever the case, it's really awful. It's just a game, but for Minecraft, it's really something awful that can happen to you. So you never want to go 2 biomes away, unless you have a compass. And if you have a compass, things change. Here, as you can see, I have some coal. I do have enough wood, so I can probably cook all this meat and have at least 4 torches. Think I'll be coming back later because this pickaxe is low and it is starting to get late, I believe. If you haven't doubted what time it is, if it's rendering enough, you can just look up at the sun like you can do in real life. Which is one of the reasons I think Minecraft has been so successful. It imitates our world, God's created world, so much. And of course our world is entertaining enough. A lot of people are happy to live here, so I think that's part of it. Part of why this game is so successful, at least. Probably a large part, I would say. So now that we have need, we can go ahead with a furnace. Down here, get all the meat in there. Not sorry, my apologies. You gotta put them in the right order there, of course. Now we can actually see. It'd be somewhat ironic if there was actually coal down here, I just could see it because it's too dark. But it doesn't look like that's the case. Just going to check to make sure this is rendering. I apologize for being so new at this and this video being pretty unprofessional, but it's pretty much my first time when this has actually worked out for me, and I want to make sure it's not on pause. So